Well, well, well. They thought they could stop us from having fun. Guess what? We fucking did it, boys. We made it to the weekend. At just about every turn there was some sort of bullshit this week. Up until the last minute. Tonight's job was a nightmare. But guess what? They didn't win. You hear that, God? You didn't win, you fucking bald ass fucking God. Hell yeah. I'm here. I don't know if anybody else is gonna be here. I've never started stream so late. I don't know what time I started yesterday. 11:30 or something? So I'm starting really late. Probably won't go very long. But I just had to. It felt wrong to come back. I don't know, it always is really a weird, lonely feeling coming back late at night. Coming home late at night. Yeah, I don't know where other people are. I don't know if anybody's gonna be stopping by or not, but I figured let's just get into it. Hands up. Why? Why are you doing this? You again. But you are too late. You will not ruin my plans as you did last night. Huh? Hey, stop. Let me see. Oops. Hope everybody else's day was decent. Mine wasn't all that bad. It was just a massive pain in the ass. Could have been a lot worse. I guess this way. I couldn't decide whether I wanted to play this or more Echo Night. But I figured since I was playing even later than last night, I don't know, I wanted to increase the odds of people coming by. So I don't know. Ooh, secret. I am pretty fucking tired though. I took a bit of a nap in my car. Oh, yeah. Fucking inventory full, as usual. Fuck the cure poison. Cure poison. What did I just say? Oh, that I'm tired? I am tired. I took a little bit of a nap. But, whoa. First time seeing one of these things. I did manage to hit a little bit of a nap. It wasn't ideal though because I got woken up basically. I mean, I kind of like subconsciously woke myself up. Oh, what's up, Winnigan? Damn, you're up late. What's going on, man? I just got home. Like, straight up about 10 minutes ago. You're crazy? Hell yeah. I'm glad. And what's up, Mahina? Damn, I was really prepared, to talk to myself for an hour. And then giving up and logging off. But no, I had to give it to the man, aka God. I had to stick it to the man and stream. Because, I don't know, it feels like a victory lap in a way. It feels like a symbolic victory lap. You should rest up, you sound tired. Oh, I mean, I'm not that tired. I mean, I woke up today at like 3 p.m. So, it's all good. I woke up today at like 3 p.m. and I took a nap in my car. But I was gonna say, my nap was interrupted because I just knew some bullshit was happening. My senses were going off. So the DJ, you know, I did this event last minute tonight and just set up the audio equipment for the DJ. And knowing the guy, I knew, I kind of already know this guy and just knew that, like, he's not very competent. And especially him having to manage the karaoke at the same time, I knew there was going to be an issue. And there was. The client was incredibly pissed off. Because, like, there was, like, a band using the same space and they turned some shit off on accident, which messed up the karaoke machine, and the DJ, not really having very much experience with anything, didn't know how to fix it. And he was also trying to DJ and like take requests and shit at the same time, so he couldn't. And I wasn't in the area. Well, that's not true. I was actually very close by. But I was like, I'm not going over there when the client is texting me how pissed they are. It's like, you think I'm going to come back to that environment? No thanks. So, yeah. It was kind of, you know, it could have been worse. Thankfully, I always underestimate my high-level speech stats. So I went in there ready for the worst. You know, ready to get an earful. It wasn't even my fault, but I was prepared for them to take it out on me because I was, you know, more outgoing in, like, I was more outgoing than the DJ, and also was like, you know, call me if you need anything, whatever. I was the one that set everything up, basically. But anyways, I get there, and you know, right away, the point person, who isn't the, like, who was kind of like the middleman between the client and us, she was, like, very visibly pissed. But, you know, I just talked to her like a human. It was like, so, I guess it didn't turn out very well. Like, I'm really sorry to hear about that. I'm really disappointed too. And of course I threw the DJ under the bus just a little bit. I was like, and I've never worked with this guy before. And she was like, yeah, he needs to be prepared for this thing and whatever. And, you know, the longer I talked to her and consoled her, the more she was like apologizing to me at that point. She's like, I'm sorry, you know, I'm just venting. I was like, okay, then we're all good. But, you know, still not a very good situation. They're gonna want like a full refund, of course. I threw my boss under the bus too. I was like, yeah, my boss will probably give you guys like a refund if you ask. But anyways, thank God I'm off of work for the next 2 days at least. Next week is going to be even worse in terms of shit going on, but like, for now, I'm home. And no more work thoughts for the rest of the weekend. I'm getting myself really, really stoked for UFC tomorrow. I'll probably have to do like what we did last time. There was a pay-per-view. Like occasionally stop gaming to commentate the match. This way. Persuasion skills. Yeah, I know. It really is. Like if you know how to talk to people, you can solve any problem basically. And it's really not even that complicated. It's just having humility is the big thing. Having some humility and being able to show empathy. People really change their tune quickly. Like, if you just say, "Oh, I'm sorry, you're right," that can change, like, a person's entire mood. If you just tell them that they're right. Just, like, agree with them. Yeah, I know, this is really disappointing. I'm sorry you had to deal with this. You're right, this is awful. Like, this is unacceptable. You're so right. People really calm down quickly. Not always. You take out all their anger on you, then that mostly shuts them up as they bot. Yeah, it's really just like de-escalation tactics, right? Like, if you try to reason with them and be like, actually, this was the band's fault because they unplugged something, and we weren't told that the band would be using our power source, so, like, it's really actually not all for our fault. You know, then you're at that point you're arguing, and arguing is escalation. The goal is to de-escalate first, and then argue. No, I'm just kidding. The goal is to de-escalate and go the fuck home. As soon as possible. What did we just pick up? Oh, I think we got some kind of vest. Just kidding. Oh, but I mean, it is true though. Sometimes people just need to vent, and it's like learning to be an android in a situation like that where you separate your ego from it and just let them do that. I was very nervous walking in there. I was consciously like, okay, it's Android. It's time to be an android and just customer service mode and say sorry. And not take it personally. It's very important not to take things personally in that situation. Yeah. I mean, it takes practice. It seems simple, but people have a hard time. Beat them up. Oh. Oh yeah, I didn't see it. Yeah, that's one way to solve your problems as well. Violence. Tried and true method. Generations has proven violence can solve your problems as well. I wish I knew how to use violence to solve problems. Speaking of UFC tomorrow. Wouldn't that be cool to be really deadly in hand-to-hand combat? That probably feels kind of liberating in a way. Knowing that you can kill other humans with your bare hands. I feel like that probably feels very, like, reassuring. Especially if you know how to, like, take somebody to the ground and then use jujitsu on them. I feel like it'd be terrifying. I could see it being terrifying as well. Be scared to hug my friends. Yeah. You have to be careful with that level of power. Yo, you've been trying to do kickboxing, really? Like, do you do classes? Yeah, that's what I would want to do someday. Yeah, I would want to do kickboxing, like not necessarily like aerobic kickboxing, but like actual combat kickboxing. I wouldn't want to do Muay Thai because I just like am not interested in the elbows, or particularly the elbows. I just want to do cool kicks and like spin kicks. So I was also thinking maybe like Muay Thai, or not Muay Thai, fucking Taekwondo would be fun. Punching bag? Ooh, yeah. I wish I had room for a punching bag. That'd be sweet. That does sound really fun to just have a punching bag. Elbows are how you bust people's foreheads up, and that's true. Yeah, and elbows are good if like, you know, like super close range in the clinch. Really, kickboxing is probably like, I don't know. They say the most effective in real life street fighting is probably like wrestling and jiu-jitsu or whatever, and boxing. But I don't know. I wouldn't want. I'm not interested in doing grappling. It's too close, and also gross. Like all that sweat and shit. I don't want to be rolling around on a gym mat. You get staff that way. Anti-clinching. Nah, I fuck with some good clinch work. Except when it's in boxing. Cause in professional boxing, when they go to the clinch, it's not for actually damaging the other guys, just for stalling. Like at least in Muay Thai, they're allowed to hit each other. Still, from the clinch. It's so boring in boxing when, like, by the end of the match, the guys throw one punch and then hug each other until the ref separates them. But yeah, UFC tomorrow is gonna be so dope. I think it's like such an underrated card tomorrow. They got this guy making his debut in the main event. His name is Kai Asakura. He's a Japanese guy. I think he's like 27 years old. And he was a former champ in the big Japanese promotion, Ryzen. And he's making his UFC debut. Fucking like in a title fight. Main event. That's how big of a superstar he is in Japan. It's been pretty interesting, like looking at the comment sections for a lot of the promotion he's been doing. There's so many Japanese fans that are commenting under this UFC stuff that did not previously. So there's that, and then the co-main event is a huge, sick fight. Shavkat Rachmanov. He's like definitely my top 2 favorite fighter, for sure. Him and Yuri. Shavkat, he's such a beast. That's the straightest part of boxing. True. Boo. This Central Park level is reminding me of how this assassin guy is basically oh yeah, isn't that fucking wild? Do you really think that he hasn't been found? What's the deal? I haven't really been paying very close attention to that. It's one of those things where I like kind of am in one ear out of the other until like 2 years later when I go down a rabbit hole at 2 a.m. after all the information's been out for whatever. The cop said he's likely out of the city by now. How much do they pay them to how much do they pay them to figure that one out? Yeah, it's been like a week. He's probably like out of the city by now. I don't know. I feel like if they caught him, they'd be real proud of it and wouldn't be posting photos of similar looking randos. True. That's true. Do you think they have his identity though? I feel like they probably have to have had. They've got to have his identity by now. But like can't conclusively say it enough to put it out. Or are withholding it so that they can corroborate evidence. Yeah, imagine me, the poor bastard, his face was mistakenly plastered all over the news. Did they do that? Also, I want this junk, but I don't have enough space for it. I want all this junk. You know how I feel about trash. They released photos and people are saying it's not the guy. Whoa, interesting. Yeah, I love a huge true crime story. I do love following a huge true crime story as it's happening, but I haven't been able to really pay attention to this one. don't think we have anything we can really get rid of right now. Damn it. But junk is just to get... Do we really need junk? Junk is only to get a special weapon, or do you use it for something else too? I know you need 300 pieces for that gun. Screw the poison. We'll take another piece of junk. Yeah, every couple of years I'll go into a huge true crime binge. Just get like really obsessive about learning of all sorts of different sick psychopath stories. The last one I got extremely deep into was the Parkland thing. There's so much details out there from that case. And so much footage too. There's like an hour of footage students took from that day. I don't think there's any other case where you can get as close to feeling what it must have felt like to be in that building that day as the Parkland case. Just because of all the footage like that students took of the incident as it was happening. And it also, like, honestly, I know it sounds a little bit soy, but it made me kind of anti-rifle. Not just because I missed it in Silent Hill, but also because when you hear how fucking loud those things are as they're being fired into the classroom and the screams and everything, it's like, come on, man. We really need these? Like, come on, bro. I don't know. Yeah, I did kind of like a... Like, I was so deep into that case that I could tell you his precise route through the school. Like, which classrooms he went to in what order. And, like, I could tell you which students were in those classrooms that died. I was that deep into it. Thankfully, I've forgotten all that information now. But, it's a fun trivia night. Depressing rabbit hole dives, yeah. That, and I'm also like, I get really deep into the Hollywood ones, especially the Hollywood ones, or like child ring ones, the trafficking ring ones. I was definitely really deep into the Diddy one and the Epstein one, and that book, Programmed to Kill, or like what's the other one? Damn, I can't believe I'm forgetting already. Was the one with the bank that was connected to a trafficking ring? The the Franklin scandal. That one's fucking crazy. Franklin scandal, or like Fox Island, is that what it's called? Fox Island, the one in Michigan? North Fox Island? Yeah, North Fox Island. That one's fucked. The depravity of the human mind is impossible to comprehend. And I think I get really attracted to... Well, not attracted is the wrong word. I get really fascinated by humans I can't empathize with. Whether that's terrorists, like jihadists, or like serial killers, or furries. You know, if I can't put myself into the person's shoes very quickly, I like have to figure out, what does it feel like to be that person? Like, what could possibly drive someone to be that depraved? Just kidding about the furries. Although I do love the furries. I'm an ally, and I am fascinated by them. But also not kidding at the same time, because I don't, you know, I want to know what it feels like. Or like, I can't comprehend wanting to... I hope you know what I'm trying to say here. Yeah, the Franklin Scandal one is so classic. Yeah, that was a banger. They're all the same, is what it really comes down to. Whether it's the Franklin Scandal or the Epstein shit, or... It's all just comes back to people with power abusing it. You know, people seeking these positions of power so they can abuse it. There's actually a really good furry documentary that I've seen a handful of times called The Fandom. It's really good and very interesting. If you ever wanted to peek into the mind of a funny animal lover, I recommend it. It's very humanizing. Yeah, I love any kind of like really niche subculture fandom. Like furries or old school anime fandoms from like the 80s and 90s. Back when you couldn't... Back when you really had to be a freak to watch anime. Like you had to really go out of your way. And people were so dedicated with the fan subbing circles and tape trading. And I really respect it because there was nothing to be gained from it. Oh, I missed this chest. There's no clout. No... no money involved. Pure passion. And a ton of work. I've seen a lot of disturbing true crime, won't type it out, but I've seen the most degenerate, depraved humans, and it's just like a car crash horrifying to look at. Yeah, totally. I think the other, like, the other recent true crime case that I was, like, really fixated on was, the Menendez brothers. That one's, like, one of the most evil-feeling stories I've ever researched. And I've researched a lot of them. That one is just, like, so fucking bleak and toxic feeling. Like, especially when you learn about the last week leading up to the murders. It just feels so off the rails. And, like, I can sense the Like, I can feel the toxic cloud that was looming over their lives at that point. They might get out soon. Yeah, I've seen some stuff about that. Yeah, I have a book on them called it's just called the Menendez murders. Sounds really good. The other one I got really into was Karla Homolka and like the Ken and Barbie killers, such a stupid name for it. Karla and Paul Bernardo. That one's also like so fucking twisted. And fascinating too, because she's out of prison and has been for like 20 years. Just like living in obscurity in Canada despite, you know, being involved in so many murders and like the craziest, most disgusting murder of her own sister in like the most unhinged, degenerate way you could possibly imagine. And she's out and she has children. She's been living out for 20 years. I just can't comprehend, you know, how you can live with yourself after doing something like that. And lastly, the other book I have, Chaos. The Charles Manson, the CIA, and the secret history of the 1960s. I never really was that interested in Charles Manson himself, but I read that book and was like, couldn't put it down. Because the book is less about Charles Manson and more about the culture around him and the people around him, and that made it really fascinating. That one's really good. It's crazy when they're able to live a normal, happy life scotch-free. I know, right? Like the Golden State Killer guy, he was like free for so many years, just living amongst humans. This is why I get so deep into it, because I can't fathom. I just can't wrap my head around it. Yeah, I get into that stuff, and I also get into like jihadism. I get really deep into learning about jihadism. It goes so deep. Like, you have to have a fucking PhD specifically in that area of expertise to really know everything about it. It's so complicated and so many moving parts, so many different groups and people and belief systems, and it's just endless. Like, you'd be amazed at how many Wikipedia pages there are on different jihadists, like just individuals, let alone the groups themselves. And I can't, like, we'd really love to, like, look at their material, but part of why it makes it so fascinating is it's illegal. Like, you can't look at their material online without being visited by the men in black. So it's really impenetrable. But yeah, like 9/11, I get so fixated. I've experienced firsthand the effects of jihadism in person. Really? The groups that support them. Yeah, it's so crazy. Well, by effect, I mean people that are brainwashed by it. Yeah, I can see how it happens. Like, it's really easy. Like, that part of it is pretty easy to understand. Like, how people can fall into it. But then, like, understanding what it actually feels like is a different story for me. Like, to go that far for it and believe in it that hard. Although, I was watching one documentary one time where, like, a former jihadist was like... he was like... he's like, you know, these young men just do it for girls. They just do it so girls will like them. They're doing it so because it looks cool. It's like, you know, that's probably true. I do not have a hard time believing that. Being these holy warriors because it makes you look cool, and because it, you know, it's the same reason why, you know, kids in the inner city get into gangs and things, and, you know, project this really tough image or commit violent acts because it's cool to them. It's been shown that you can get a girlfriend by doing that. I heard one of the 9/11 hijackers studied architecture for his PhD, and he really hated American buildings. I mean, they are getting kind of ugly. Especially some of these more contemporary ones, they are pretty fucking ugly, so... Can't, you know... Maybe we're not so different after all. Gotta get the hot babes, I know. I don't know what to use. So, remind me, the junk is really just for the special gun, right? Can I scrap it? What here can I get rid of? Pockets to carry more items. Oh. That'll give us one more slot, but reduce our defense pretty substantially. Oh, could we remove that? Can we use a tool to remove that and put it on this? What if we used a tool? How do you use it? Or can you only do that with mod? I don't understand. What is this? So, does the tool let you remove the special effects, or can you only do that back at the police station? Because I would like to remove this pocket and put it onto here. I don't really understand. I don't know what I'm doing. Eh. I made a save state, so I guess we can experiment. Moves equipped parameters or effect. So if I do this, moves equipped parameters or effect. If I do this, and then this. Is this making us weaker? To me, it looks like it's moving over the parameter, but then also lowering the additional stuff. Oh, okay, I see. What do you think? Might as well. Yeah, let's do it. Cool. Alright. Nice. We're getting close to a boss battle. Go big or go home. True. Yeah, you guys got any cool plans this weekend? 2 days doesn't feel like enough. I don't feel like 2 days is enough. That's like one really nice perk about my job. Is usually I get Monday, Tuesday, there's Saturday, Sunday, and Monday off. Granted, Monday is off so that I can do events on the weekend on short notice or be available in case there's any short notice like equipment management needs. But most of the time there aren't any. Like usually, like for most of this year, I haven't, I've just had 3 days off. Which kind of sucks financially, but at the same time, like, god damn, it's so good. It's so worth it. Usually. I could really use the money right now. However, in generally speaking, I gladly sacrifice a day of pay as long as I'm getting my bills paid. At the moment, like, the amount that I am paid, one extra day of work isn't going to change my future. However, having one extra day off will, maybe it won't, but it definitely changes my present in a way that is much more beneficial to my happiness. But yeah. Oh, where the hell? We got worms. We got tentacles. How come every game we play we have to have tentacle monsters? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Whoa. Woo. I missed. Why is she fucking an idiot? The guy clearly goes into the ground and she keeps firing. Ow. She's worse than James. Ooh. Uh-oh. Nice. Because they're both blonde. Oh, shit. Uh-oh, we gotta heal. We must heal immediately. Ow. Gotta heal again. Ooh. Blonde debuff. Oh, now he's a big boy. Okay, that's fine. Owie. At least we're making space in our inventory. Uh-oh. Shit. Uh-oh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh. Nice. Intercepted. Oh. Ooh. I shot from too far away. Fuck. Oh god. Oh man. We're not gonna be able to sustain much damage here. How do I dodge that? We're gonna have to brute force our way through this. Almost. What if I had cast it slow? I forgot we have a slow spell now. Nice. Hell yeah. Worms are us. We learned barrier. Cool. I haven't used any of my bonus points yet. I haven't used any of our bonus points. Hard to say. I don't know what to do with them. I feel like probably speeding up our active time is good. Although I seen online to speed up... Huh? What did I just do? I saw online to speed... You should spend bonus points on your attack power, but I haven't figured out what gun to main yet. So far rifle is good, but I mean, I don't know. Having issues. I guess taking active time is decent. Fuck it, I'll just hang on to him. Die. Yes. Oh, I got some cool snacks today. I got some cool snacks. I'll have to post some pics in the Discord. Your genes are stronger than I thought. Come, my dear, let's go for a ride. Ha ha ha. Alright. Alright, let's roll. Where you want to go? Are you trying to get into some trouble? I'm down. Let's go pull some pranks. Make some TikTok videos. Oh! Flaming horse. Hey, do you have a license for this thing? I'm starting to not trust your driving skills here. I'm feeling a little uncomfortable. You didn't tell me you were gonna light the horse on fire and go top speed like this. I thought we were just going to Arby's. Why be on the human side? Why not? I'm a human. Why are you going with them and not me? What? Oh, whoa. Whoa. Action. Oh, shit. It would be kind of nice to have more Parasite juice so we can do more spells like barrier and slow and stuff. Having more Parasite MP and like higher active time and Parasite, whatever. Sounds pretty cool. Damn, she can't hit us when we're in this tiny, like, dude. Nice aim. Try aiming next time. We're like fish in a barrel and she still can't hit us. What, you need some like auto lock on? Seems you still don't know who I am. Well, if you don't know, your mitochondria will. That's why you were drawn on to the opera. Here, let me explain. Directly. Stop it. Hey, stop. She's trying to tickle us. No tickling. Even if we join forces, all the other mitochondria in the world will. Stop. Damn. Get me off this crazy train. Going off the rails on a crazy train. It's a good song. Mitochondria draws you to the opera, totally normal. Yeah, I mean, my mitochondria always be doing stuff like that. Aya, answer me. I remember how I voiced him last time. Daddy! I'm not, oh, Dad! I mean, Dad! I'm not reading that. You like it when your mitochondria make you drink coffee? Yeah. Mine are kind of into Sprite. They like Sprite. Ben, what are you doing in the corner? Concert. I came here with Mom, but she was all weird. I came here with Mom, but she was all weird. What do you mean, Ben? I came here with Mom so the three of us could be together. So that's why... Just giving them the same voice. So that's why you came to get me. Mom went to the stage, but she freaked out. What do you mean, Mom freaked out? I got near the stage and she started to feel sick. I wanted to go home. Mom wasn't herself, Dad. She left and everyone else went too. Lorraine. Uh-oh. So did his mom spontaneously combust? Casualties were much worse than this time. We cannot put the lives of citizens in jeopardy any longer. We have orders to evacuate all citizens out of Manhattan. Fortunately, most people are out of the city for Christmas. What do we do, sir? We will stay and assist in neutralizing Eve. Shouldn't we leave it to the army? We're here. We're the ones that are supposed to be protecting the city. Any word from Maya? Damn it. Where could she be? Daniel, I need you to help evacuate the citizens. She's our only hope against this thing now. I'm going to look for her. Shouldn't we stop him, sir? He's lost Lorraine. He will find Aya. You two help with the evacuation. Well, damn. Things are really heating up. Pun not intended. Daddy! Damn it. The game keeps tricking me. The game keeps pranking me into saying that word. Ben, I'm sorry. I have to go find Aya. Where'd she go? I don't know. But she's the only one that can fight that thing that's hurt your mommy. Kath, go look after the kid, will you? I will, don't worry. Dad! Come on, sport. You like dogs? I'll introduce you to the best police dogs in town. Sure, let me open the fence. Hey, you got a visitor. This is Shiva. Hey, I think he likes you. Hey, that tickles. Yeah. Damn. It's chaos on these streets. It's snowing though. That is kind of like a Christmas miracle. You have to at least, you know, at least give that much. Maybe everyone in the city is exploding into flames and dying and etc. But it's snowing and it's Christmas. Thank God. Why are you making the kids sound like an 800-year-old smoker? Because it's funny. 800. How many times do I gotta tell you? We blocked this off. You won't even find a cat on this street. Really? How do you know? Japanese man. I told you. I've already contacted the police about this matter. What? I'm not voicing the Japanese guy, by the way. I can't. I'll get canceled. I'm not getting any I'm not getting anywhere with my English. This English sounds pretty good to me. Hey, you Chinese? No, I'm Japanese. Nanda Nihonjin desu ka? Nihonjin desu ka? Oh yes, can you speak Japanese? Chotto dakane. Dara desu ka? I'm Kuniko Maeda, Japanese, That's hilarious. If there was like a weeaboo cop who can speak Japanese in New York City. Imagining like the most stereotypical New York City cop, but he speaks Japanese. It's kind of funny. Hey, if you can't speak the language, go back to your country. Heh. Calm down, take it easy, man. It's bad for your heart. I'm getting hot. Help. Ooh, shit. Damn. I guess it's now or never. I love this game. Spontaneous human combustion.
I believe that's correct. Spontaneous human combustion.
I was gonna give an old friend of mine a copy of Spontaneous Combustion on VHS, old 80s horror movie. But he fucking stopped wanting to be friends with me, so I still have it. He was like a really close friend, and then he just like moved on with his life. It's like, fair enough. I still have it somewhere. Pretty cool movie. Where? Yeah, it's alright. Enough time has passed where I'm mostly over it. But it was during that period I've talked about before onto this stream, where like, just like everyone all at once stopped investing in their friendship with me. It was really bizarre. It was really weird. And normally if someone were to tell me that, like, dude, no one's talking to me anymore, and I don't know why, I'd be like, well, did you do something to piss everyone off? You know, maybe I wouldn't say that to them up front, but I would be thinking it for sure. I'd be like, well, has your behavior changed in a way that's unpleasant? But in my case, no, it hadn't. Like, I'm certain there's no other reason than unfortunate coincidence. Well, maybe in a couple cases there was some conflict. Or, you know, like there may have been two people where there was some sort of either conflict or something that I don't remember off the top of my head. But for the most part, it was just like an unbelievable amount of people that just stopped investing. It was really weird, but it worked out. Hospital? It worked out because if that wouldn't have happened, I wouldn't have made a bunch of friends on Final Fantasy XIV. And if I hadn't made a bunch of friends on Final Fantasy XIV, I probably wouldn't be here. I probably wouldn't be streaming, to be honest. How did I get here? I feel like that happened to me too. I know how it feels. Everyone just kind of goes their own way. Yeah. And people outgrow each other. People meet new people. People move in, you know, move on. People find romantic partners. All sorts of things. It's just when you're the only one that's still in the same place. Or like, yeah. I don't know. Sometimes friendships are cyclical too. I mean, sometimes you fall out of touch with somebody and then reconnect years later. And that's happened to me plenty of times. I think for me, it just all happened during a time where I was at my lowest for other reasons. And I was actually thinking about this earlier when I was coming home from work. I was thinking about how I really miss being on Final Fantasy XIV all the time. And I was thinking about, there was a time, I don't know, a few months ago, where I was thinking, like, about all the things I wanted to do in life, and how I really want to make more memories, and, like, meet new people, make new memories, experience new things, and feeling kind of frustrated with where I was at the point that I was having this thought. Feeling kind of trapped and frustrated that I don't have any, like, mobility. But then I was like, wait a minute. I actually have met a shit ton of people and made a shit ton of memories. Like, I was looking through all my Final Fantasy screenshots and videos, screen recordings, and was like, wow, I actually have so many memories and experiences. It's just all virtual. And I was like, I know that it's too soon for me to have really any nostalgia for a lot of that, but I know that in the future I'm going to really appreciate those things, and those times, and those hangouts, and those hijinks, and those adventures that we shared. But then earlier tonight, on my way home, I was thinking about how I missed Final Fantasy XIV, and for the first time I was feeling nostalgic. It's been enough time to where I was starting to feel nostalgic and really reminiscing, feeling really sentimental about a lot of those people and a lot of those experiences. I keep meaning to block out some time to log on and just hang out. But yeah, I really am grateful, but also really sad that I'm not online anymore. At least not lately. I will be again. But yeah, I was feeling a little bit of grief, I guess. It's like, man, there's gonna be a time in the distant future where I've lost touch with those people, and I'm gonna be thinking back on those adventures we had with a lot of bittersweet nostalgia. And it's already happening. I'm Kuniko Maeda, a scientist from Japan. He found you. Daniel! Oh, that's Aya talking. Daniel. There's no one out there but cops. It's a ghost town. Never seen anything like it. Pretty creepy if you ask me. Where's Eve? What happened to the people in Central Park? Ben was okay, but the rest of the audience, well, they just disappeared.
Disappeared? You mean they weren't ignited?
They all melted into slime and became one big pile of slime.
That's something new. Nothing like that happened in Japan.
Japan?
A similar incident occurred several years ago in Japan, although it wasn't as grandiose in scale as this one.
What? Hey, give us all the details. Exposition dump. Incoming.
It all started when a scientist's wife was involved in a car accident. The scientist tried to culture her liver cells in order to keep her alive. The scientist named those cells Eve.
Eve?
The liver cells multiplied and her mitochondria eventually took over her physical body. After acquiring the scientist's sperm, Eve tried to give birth to an ultimate being.
Ultimate being? What kind of being? Aya, he just said an ultimate one. Are you not listening?
She, the being who mutated from the liver cells, shouldn't maintain her body for long. By the way, before the car accident occurred, the wife had registered to have her organs donated.
Nostalgia ROMs can be fun, but I don't know, in the end, they always leave me a little blue. Yeah, totally. Yeah, nostalgia, bittersweet. Actually, one of my Japanese internet friends who I've known for 15 years, he's the first one who described something as bittersweet, and ever since then, it's such a perfect adjective. I use it a lot for different things, especially things like nostalgia. Nostalgia is so bittersweet. And I think that's why I'm so drawn to it. It's such a potent feeling of mixed emotions.
So after the accident, her kidneys were transplanted onto a young girl.
Took over her body like a Parasite Eve.
and Eve implanted a fertilized egg, excuse me, into the young girl, excuse me, who gave birth to an ultimate being. I was extremely interested in this and went to his lab so that I could continue research. After hearing about this incident, I had to fly over here.
What the hell is going on here?
I wish I could explain more.
Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. I thought that monster had gotten out of you. Had gotten a hold of you. Thought it was too late. When I felt Eve, something inside me felt like I was being...
You felt you were about to be ignited, correct?
Okay, Poindexter, you don't gotta finish my sentences for me. Let me speak, huh? No, she's the only one that isn't affected.
What?
Yeah, see, maybe you should just, like, pipe down and not interrupt people. Otherwise, I could have said that for myself. It's just getting weird, I know.
I don't understand.
What don't you... What don't you understand? I don't get ignited. I think I may be a monster, like her. Oh, hey. What are you saying, Aya? I don't know. What if I end up killing you? Oh, shut up. You know that's not... Please, Daniel. I don't know. I just don't know anymore. Please go away. Just stay away from me. Uh-oh. She's getting traumatized. Aya. The trauma is already starting to show. Please.
Yes, I understand your point.
Hey, where do you think you're going? Plug walking. Bro's got a crazy plug walk. Even if I'm a monster, I don't ever want to kill you, Daniel. Please. I can never forgive myself if I killed you. Aya, you're no monster. You're my best partner, Aya Brea. I'll be by your side always, Aya. Cool animation. Ellipses. When I touched Eve, that feeling. Was it Maya? Yeah, took over her body like a parasite. Eve. And it was almost like... I feel like my mind is running in a square. Soft. But Maya died in the car crash with Mom. And I miss those days when we used to play. Station 1. No, it just couldn't be. Nice. Day 3. Alright. Dope. I feel like we're making pretty good progress with this game. Damn, what a messy room. Look at this pigsty. My room has looked like this many times. ammunition. Damn. One of my coworkers just got out of his event. What a bummer.
That was a long night. Sleep well?
Yeah. You were here all night? I told you to go away. You could have died, you know. Reminds me of that one subreddit, neckbeard nests. Oh yeah, that's good stuff. Oh, here's a good song.
Scientists can't believe anything without proof. It's just one of those things.
Damn, this late. I know, right? Yeah. His event went late, apparently.
And besides...
What?
Oh, nothing.
Daniel? No traffic. This is the way it ought to be around here. Daniel. So what are we sitting around for? We've got work to do. Daniel, thanks. Alright, we're gonna need some bigger weapons. There's a gun shop over there. Let's stock up. Sweet. Let's do it. What do you have to say for yourself? What? I missed it. I accidentally skipped.
I believe there's a pharmacy over there.
Okay, we're looking for guns, not ibuprofen. The guide says there's an item over here, but I'm not getting anything. I'm not getting nothing. Oh, maybe it's over here. Yeah, nice. Trading card. Don't know what that is. Yeah, it is pretty late. How are you guys feeling? Hey, let's lose that long face. Come on, let's go. We gotta stock up. Wow, we have a lot of stat boosters. I don't know what to do with them. I'm feeling really reserved and like scarcity mindset. I'm thinking I would take a restroom break and then continue playing for about another hour before logging off till tomorrow.
They weren't kidding when they said they sell guns here in America, were they?
That's right, Poindexter. This is it. We'll help ourselves to some ammo. There's like a bunch of... I could really use... like the container. The storage chest. Best viewers? Sweet. Made it. Hey, what's up, Wolf? Yeah, I'm streaming late. Sorry, this is the only way. Ooh! Damn, careful where you point that thing. I'm glad you made it, man. How are you? How's your week been? It's finally the weekend, thank God.
Are you really a cop?
We think so, but we don't have scientific proof, if that's what you're asking. I'm actually just about to stand up, take a stretch, use the restroom, then come back for about another hour or so. I think the fact that we have that item that lets us move parameters to other things means we don't have to be super careful about how we spend our stat boosting items, for example. So, frick it. Pump it up. Need to get naked? I mean, it is that time of night. It's about PJs or, I guess, no PJs time. Yeah, let me throw on some background music while I stand. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I know it's really late. I appreciate the company. I just had to log on after a week like this week. I needed to show the spirits that be that they can't control me. They tried to take my streams away from us, but I said no. No matter what, we're gaming. So anyways, yeah, I'll be back 5-10 minutes. Be right back.
Alright.
Hey, good night, Frank. Sleep tight, man. Thanks for hanging out. I had to dispose of a dead mouse We caught a mouse. In our trap. Fucking gross. Fucking slumlord landlord refuses to get good help. So we were free of them for a couple of months, but it seems like they're back. We have this like electric trap. It's like a little like plastic tunnel where you put bait at the end of the tunnel and they crawl in and then get zapped at the end. It works really well. It's worked way better than like the old-fashioned spring traps. It's kind of crazy how many I think we've caught like 5 now over the course of the last 4 months. And my roommates are too cowardly to dispose of the mice themselves. It's in those moments that I really feel like oh, this must be how dads feel when nobody else in the house will do something that needs to be done, so the dad has to like, yeah, man up. Yeah. My roommates are always like, how are you not freaked out? And it's like, well, if I'm freaked out, then we're all gonna be freaked out. Like, someone has to not be freaked out here. Otherwise, it's not gonna get done. Yeah. Who else is gonna do it? Go ahead and pick your favorite accessories, ladies. Machine gun, cool. Club 2. Ammo.
This is just too much.
Handgun. Inventory is full. Damn it. CR vest. There's so many. Oh man, we just spent a bunch of those things on this. This is like way better stats. Oh man. Damn it. Gah. All we can do is get rid of junk. I guess there weren't any. Oh, there's another item over here. Bullet cap. Cool. Let's use another defense. Get out of the way of my shot. All right. We need to, like, go back to the station and store some things. We don't have enough inventory space. How do I get out of here? File a lawsuit against YouTube for not letting me have access to your emotes. Oh yeah. Yeah, I gotta look into... I'm pretty sure there's a way to put emotes on YouTube. Or at least somebody said that. How the hell do I get out of this screen? What about selling stuff? I don't know if there's a way to sell things. I don't think there's like a... I don't think you can sell things in this game. Also... How the hell do I get off of this screen? Don't tell me it's bugged. So we gotta figure out how to get back to the damn station. Oh, there we go. I just didn't go far enough. Hopefully going back to the station doesn't, like, Controller. My controller's stuck. Bruh. The fuck? The hell? What's wrong with my controller? Ugh. There we go. Trying to see if I can go back. I don't know if they're gonna let me come back here after we go back to the station. So that's not very good. I don't know what gun to tune up is the thing. I just did a quick Google search and it said that this one that we get in the beginning, the M1911A1, has the best stats when upgraded. I mean, Ugh, it's fucking... Instructions unclear. The smell of this place gives me the creeps. Really? The door's broken. Man, this is rough. I mean, I could, like, relent and use some of our bonus points on item capacity. I really didn't want to. But we don't have enough storage. We don't have enough inventory space for all this crap we're hauling right now. And I don't know what I can get, what I can just scrap. Like, I don't know what I could just drop. Is there anything other than that? For bonus points, we can use our bonus points on either like being able to take more actions, higher capacity, or we can improve the stats on our gear with it. The only thing is, like, typically we wouldn't have all of these weapons and armor with us. It's just right now. Yeah, so much of our inventory is... Did you remember to store? Yeah. I mean, we haven't been back to the police station since the last dungeon we were in, so there's been no opportunity to go back yet. And I'm just not sure if we get to come back to this area once we do get to go back. Thing is, I'm kind of tempted to get rid of our junk. You need 300 pieces of them to get special items, special weapons. But I don't think I'm going to be that invested. Like, I don't think I'm going to be that motivated to farm 300 pieces of the junk. So we'll get rid of at least one for now. Another defense. Medicine. Now we're already full again. I don't know how high you can buff this. Medicine 2. Zuki, I wonder if we need this anymore. Oh, you can't discard it anyways. Alright, discard another piece of junk. Revive. We can drop items in here. Put the junk in there. Maxed out the active time? No. Do people say to do that? I haven't used any of the bonus points. Just because I don't know what, like, I've got pretty bad scarcity mindset with this game for some reason. No, I didn't mean to do that. Increasing the active time will increase DPS. Yeah, that would make sense. More actions, you know, more turns, more damage, right? Yeah, I wonder what like the best gun to upgrade is. If it's really the M11 1A or whatever it's called. Handgun, shotgun, and rifle. There's multiple handguns. So far we have the G19. We have the M1911 1A and the P8. I don't know what that F symbol is for. Oh, maybe full, like it's been loaded. how many slots you've opened on them. The G19 has I don't know what that... I don't know what that icon is that's like shaded half gray. I don't know what that means. Oh, maybe you can open that slot. Maybe the gun has 2 slots, but you have to open it. And then this one has 3. This one has 2 open slots and then 1 slot that can be opened. Maybe. See, right now the M19 is pretty weak. Worst movie you've ever seen? Oh man, I don't know. I can tell you I had like a really underwhelming experience going to see Goodbye Dragon Inn, which is a movie that gets really hyped up by movie nerds. I went to see that at the theater and was so bored. I was like, this sucks. Can't believe these film nerds tricked me into watching this movie. What about you? In general, in general, I don't really watch. I'm pretty good at watching only like good movies for the most part. I was really disappointed also by Nobody Knows. The Japanese movie Nobody Knows. I was like pretty pissed off about that because that director has made some of my favorite movies ever. Like he made Shoplifters, which isn't one of my favorites, but is his most famous one in the West. He made Shoplifters and I Wish. This movie called I Wish, which is one of my top favorites. I forgot, but probably a Tubi movie. True. Dude, shout out Tubi. Tubi rocks. Like this G19 seems pretty good. But I guess this one has more growth potential. I don't know. Base 30 plus 2. Base 15 plus 3. I don't get how this is... I don't get how this is good. I don't understand. I'll have to do more research, I guess. What's up with him? All of a sudden he's a happy camper. I won't ever understand those scientist types. I guess he loves looking at medicine. Yes, I wish I could take all these back to Japan. What? Advil? You don't have Advil in Japan? It's just a regular pharmacy, guy. Yes to all the above. I was also pretty usually, my worst experiences watching movies are usually when everyone else thinks it's a really good movie. like movies that have like really high letterboxd scores and like a lot of acclaim, and then I watch it and I'm like, what the hell are people seeing in this? Like, Parasite isn't a bad movie. Of course it's not. But I watched it and was like so annoyed because I was like, this movie is not as good as people are saying it is. That, and also First Reformed. All my friends love that movie, and it's a cool movie, but I also thought it kind of sucked. It was like a TNT tier movie, like daytime TNT rerun type of movie. Yeah, I thought First Reformed was really underwhelming. The most disgusting movie I've ever seen is a video of a surgery. Well, can you really call that a movie? Or just like a video? Yeah, I've seen some pretty like movies that do the bare minimum to be considered a movie. I really like Flowers of Flesh and Blood, Guinea Pig, Japanese horror movie, really infamous one. That's really just like basically a special like practical effects demo essentially. It's really grotesque and gross. Like, the whole movie is just about a guy who kidnaps a woman and mutilates her. Like, performs live surgery on her by amputating all of her limbs and things. And it's infamous, has a lot of like urban legends around it, because Charlie Sheen found it and thought it was real, so he called the FBI to investigate it. Heart transplant? Yeah, I don't think I could watch that. I can watch a lot of really grotesque shit when it comes to film, but I can't do real life gore. As much as my morbid curiosity compels me to check it out, I just can't do it. The best I can do is watch it blurred or hear, read descriptions of it. I went through a phase, like, there's a subsection of YouTube of people that watch, gore videos, like real life gore videos, and describe them. I went through a phase of watching a lot of that. Nice, now we get to go back to the station. See, now I watched an open heart surgery and that was very cool to see. You follow through the entire surgery and watch how they go fix things. They do heart bypass. Yeah, that would make me... I think that would hurt me. Oh, Christmas. On Christmas of all times. What's the matter with this town? Man, I gotta get out of here. Start up a ranch in the quiet countryside. And now there's an idea. I'll give you new respect just for how miraculous your heart is. Perhaps. But I already respect my heart. Here we go. Okay. I guess we'll put our club 1 away. Oh, wait. If you ever see any gun trading cards around, bring them here. I'm really into those. Trading cards? Fitting for a simpleton like you. Damn. Freaking geezer. Come on now. Enough chatting. Back to work. Aya, aren't you in the middle of a case? Now go on. Get out of here. Catch the idiots. Hopefully without using your gun. You want to leave something here? Yeah, discard the junk. You got no junk? Oh, what? Store item. Yeah, store this. Move. Hey, don't you want the trading card, dude? Dude? I guess move the revive over here as well. I don't know, man. I don't know what to do with our things. We have all these mods. Range, bullet cap. I just don't know what guns to upgrade. I'm seeing a thread on Reddit that says use a particular weapon from the museum, which is where we're going next. I don't want to like go too deep. Like I'm not trying to be too specific in how I upgrade it. I just want to know what I should be upgrading, so I have something to go off of. Okay, I'm reading a thread here from 11 years ago. The slots are for fitting weapon effects. You'll need mod permits or trading cards as well for Wayne to increase the slots. Weapons only have a limited amount of slots to increase, so choose carefully. Save the tools and super tools by having Wayne store those. Modify a handgun, machine gun, or rifle. I personally prefer the machine gun because once you have a super tool, I can remove the high rate of fire. From there, I can insert the effects and stats I want for the weapon. Don't forget to make a habit to store needed items. There's no real weapon to use super tool. Better off using a tool to transfer a 2x rate of fire from a different weapon. As for this topic, I recommend to basically, as he says, upgrade whatever weapon you're using. When you find a better version of it, transfer the stat bonuses to the new weapon. You should only use the handgun, machine gun, or rifle. Rifles should only be used if you feel you'll need their range. Otherwise, they're too slow. Thank you, Heart, for keeping me alive so I can watch Angel's stream. Aw, it's so nice of you. Thank you for keeping Mahina alive so we can be friends. Don't save your BP. Use them right away on your main weapon, and then tool the stats to a different weapon if you decide to switch. You can use a rifle on day 2 for a majority of the game, and as long as you keep putting your BP onto the attack stat, you won't have to worry about the attack being too low come day 4 or 5. Day 5 to switch over to either the handgun you get from the T-Rex or the machine gun you find in the security room. Use your saved up tools to turn the new weapon into one with all your bonus stats. If you're going to play on EX mode, don't use any of your BP. Oh, well. Not going to be doing that, probably. Suggest boosting your attack over 100. Your defense near 102. As you Torres gun.
Hmm. I don't know, man. This is stressing me out a little bit. I don't want to be carrying around all those tools just so we can use them when we get to the whatever it's called, the museum. So far, the machine gun, the range is really nice. This is PS1. It is. Also, what's up, Darkbolt? Thanks for stopping by. I'm currently agonizing over what to do with my weaponry. First of all, store the club. Store the club. As for the armor... I mean, the stats on this are so much better, but the plus inventory is so nice. I don't think we can sacrifice another tool to move over the inventory buff. Graphics are not too bad. Might have to try this one out. Yeah, it's really fun. It holds up quite well. It's not a perfect game by any means, but if you like JRPGs, it's a really interesting, unique one. It's very unique. And it's pretty short, too. Supposedly, like 20 hours. Gah. P8. Seems like we're not going to need the P8. I don't know why we would need this. Trying to finish Chrono Trigger before the holidays. Sweet. Chrono Trigger is such a comfy game for the holidays, isn't it? Are you playing on physical hardware? I've played it, but only emulated. But of course I own a physical copy of the game. I would never pirate. Whatever. Emulated on a handheld? Nice. I'd love to have like a handheld emulation machine. What kind of thing you got? I do have a Vita and a PSP, although my PSP's battery is cooked. I seen a thread on Reddit that was like, everyone go check your PSP because those lithium ion batteries are starting to bloat and they can be fire hazards. So I was like, oh man. And I went and checked mine, and sure enough, the back of the console was popping off because the battery was starting to bloat. So I currently have it stashed in like a fireproof bag until I can get to the e-waste dump, which is only open on Saturdays. So I don't think I'm going to be making it tomorrow, but it's been in that bag for like 3 weeks now. Hopefully it'll be okay for another week. My buddy was like, oh, you could just throw it away. I was like, no, you can't. That's like how dumpster fires are started. And it's also illegal to just throw away those lithium ion batteries, especially damaged ones. Trimui SP. It's great for SNES, PS1, and many PSP games. About 45 to 50. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Yeah. I was emulating some GBA games on my phone recently. That was pretty fun. I was playing, what is it called? Summon Night? Or Sword, what is it called? Swordcraft? Yeah, Summon Night Swordcraft Story, Part 2. Less inventory management and more playing? Get owned. You don't want to watch me tinker? Well, guess what, buddy?
We're RPG gamers around here. We take our tinkering very seriously. The real endgame for most JRPG, true. There's a lot of tinkering in this game. That's part of the fun, dude. Is managing your guns and upgrading them. But I am struggling to decide. I'm struggling to decide what to do here. I guess I'll put this away. And put this away. Put this away. Machine gun? Fuck! Suikoden 2? Oh yeah, that's one of my favorite games ever. Suikoden 2, 3, and 5. I love them. Part 1's also good. Yeah, definitely try out Suikoden 2. You know the HD collection I hope is coming out soon. Part 1 and 2 collection. I know if you have a nice handheld emulator, you might not, might not be very relevant, but being such a big fan myself, I would probably pick it up just to support. So those games are, such classics, and they've been mostly forgotten. You need to play Suikoden 1 before 2? No, you don't. You can hop right into Suikoden 2. I would just recommend, the only thing I would recommend is don't be afraid to look at a guide for unlocking all the characters, because, there's 108 side characters you can get, and they're very missable. They're very missable. There are some mechanics in-game that help you find out where they are. Like, you can get, like, a psychic. You can recruit a psychic party member who will give you tips on where they are in-game, give you clues. But even then, it can be very obtuse. But at the same time, playing blind that way is pretty fun as well. But if you're like a completionist or a collector, if you're the type that needs to get everything, definitely you're gonna need a guide. It's a bit scary that you knew there are 108 characters. Well, that's the whole gimmick of those games. Ever since the first one, it's all about the 108 stars of destiny, as they call it. That's like been the main kind of selling point of those games. What they used to kind of set themselves apart from other JRPGs of the time is how there's 108 recruitable characters, and you also, in every single game, you end up either with a castle or a town that you kind of upgrade as you go through the story and unlock more characters. Like, when you unlock certain characters, they might set up like a shop in your town, or like, one might open a cafe. But yeah, I'm a big fan and a big nerd. Sorry, I'm almost done here. You're distracting me with this Suikoden talk. Just kidding. I can distract myself quite easily. I'm really curious about this machine gun, but I also don't care that much. So we're just going to put it over here. And so we got our vest, we got our rifle, we got our gun, and our club. We probably don't even need the club either. And store the tool. Move this over. Store the trading card. Move. Move this tool as well. Range and bullet cap. Also move these. I guess. I don't know. Alright. Thanks for the background info. Oh, no problem. I can talk about JRPGs all day. What kind of games are you into, Dark Bulb? What's your top, like, 5? Top number 1 or top 5? Didn't mean to make a scene, but that goes for you too. You can never be too careful with a gun. Do you have any equipment modification permit with you? No. Alright, we're out of here. Actually, hold on. Wait a minute. There was about 5 more minutes of tinkering I needed to do. Just kidding. I think these treasure chests reload. I think these treasure chests get refilled in between dungeons. Yeah. Ammo plus 6. Nice. And medicine 1. Alright. We're on our way. Right now playing Chrono Trigger for the first time and loving it. Like Earthbound and Mother 3. I feel like I just discovered JRPGs. I have about 20 games lined up. Oh, sweet. Isn't that awesome? When you discover either like a new genre or new anything, any kind of new hobby that's just like a rabbit hole that unlocks kind of like a new part of life to enjoy. I love that. That's awesome. What kind of games, which other ones do you have in mind? That was like me about 6 months ago when I found out that I kind of like some of those shitty open world Western developed RPGs, or like I guess you could call them RPGs, but like Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I played that after like I took a break from playing big budget Western developed games for like, I don't know, all of my 20s basically. And then I played Prey 2017 on kind of like a whim and loved it so much that it made me curious to check out some other big budget Western released games. So like then I played Assassin's Creed Odyssey and had a great time with it. And I tried some others, like I tried Ghost Recon Breakpoint, which I didn't really like how it felt to play. I also tried Division 2, which I again got bored with really quickly. But yeah, I think I'll try out some of those other like historical Assassin's Creed games at some point. Like what is the Viking one? So where to?
Is there any place with a research facility?
Research facility?
I'd like to conduct an experiment to test something. It might be relevant.
How about the facility in the museum where Clamps is at? They had a really extensive equipment there. No way, man, anywhere but there. You should have been there evacuated by now. It should be okay.
Yes, that sounds good. Daniel, is that okay?
I'm expecting a big tip for this. Some on your list: Front Mission 3, Vagrant Story, Wild Arms XF, Crown Princess, and GOD. Yeah, I seen that Crown Princess, like a English translation patch dropped recently. It looks really interesting. I haven't played Front Mission 3. I would like to, but I'm really shitty at, like, I'm really bad at tactical style RPGs. I'm really bad at them. Despite my love of tinkering, you know, those games are great for tinkering. But I need some exploration, too. A lot of those tactic style RPGs are kind of like battle, story. I like some exploration in there as well. That's why I really like Arc the Lad 2. You should... unsolicited recommendation here, but if you haven't played Ark the Lad Part 2 yet, that's a really great PlayStation 1 JRPG with 2D graphics. Maybe you've already played it, but if not, actually Famitsu magazine in Japan just dropped this list for Sony PlayStation's like 30-year anniversary or 40-year fucking whatever, how insanely long it's been. 30-year. They just dropped this list where they had their readers vote on the best PlayStation games of all time across every console generation. And somehow, I was really surprised. Ark the Lad 2 ranked number 8 amongst 4,000 voters. It's a really obscure game in the West. I didn't know it was that favored in Japan. I didn't know anyone still thought about that game besides me. But it's great because it's got like a JRPG progression and world to explore, but the combat is tactics style, so it's like perfect for me, and it's relatively easy too. Again, good for me as someone who's bad at those styles of games. Jane Dark. Oh yeah, I played that way back in the day on PSP. Yeah, that one's pretty good. Vagrant Story is also a game that's a game I've tried so many times in my life. I wish I could get into it, but I'm, again, too stupid. It's really hard. You have to, like, read a whole college dissertation to understand the mechanics. But it's got its battle system is really similar to this game, actually, because it came out around the same time, and they kind of reused the combat fundamentals of, like, the wireframe active time hybrid thing. You'll see in a sec. So this is the American Museum of Natural History. It's just as I imagined. I can find a research facility in this building. Yeah, hopefully we won't run into the jerk who runs it. Since he's been evacuated, it should be empty. Foreshadowing. For a lab and a museum, it does have a fairly extensive equipment. So what do you want to test? Of course, let me see. I was able to extract a gel-like substance from Aya's clothing. Excuse me? Hold on. Pause. Rewind. Gel-like substance from Aya's clothing? Gross. This is a detective story? Yeah, kind of. It's like a paranormal detective. You play as a cop, and basically everyone in the city is spontaneously combusting, as evidenced by the gel on Aya's clothing. Is it from Eve? And it's being linked by this woman who mutated into some sort of monster, and she's making everyone bust. And there's some kind of mysterious link between the protagonist Aya and this woman that's causing everyone in the city to bust. And it's also a Christmas game. It's set in December. Parasite Eve is referenced to Christmas Eve. So there's like snowiness, and there's some snow. You get to see some snow in the game. And yeah, the combat, like on a fundamental level, is basically the same as Vagrant Story. Is also released by Squaresoft, developed and released by Squaresoft, who did Vagrant Story and of course Final Fantasy and yada yada. It appears to be a remnant of Eve's cells. At the cellular level, her power cannot be as strong as Aya said previously. The fact that all the people are busting, yeah, man. And they're acting like it's some kind of mystery. Ow! Hey, what are you doing? I just want to conduct this experiment to see whether or not... Only thing is sometimes they can talk for a long time and use a bunch of kind of pseudoscience jargon. But, you know, it's a JRPG, so of course. Yes, this is exactly just as I thought. Go ahead, take a look. What is it? Nice FMV. Yeah, this is also based on a book. There's a Japanese book called Parasite Eve that this game was based on, and there's also a live-action movie. Live-action Japanese movie based on the book as well. Your cells are completely surrounded by them.
As you can see, the mitochondria, or Eve, has taken over the nucleus. In a similar manner, the beasts that attacked you probably experienced the same thing.
Does the mitochondria really have the power to control the nucleus?
No, the normal mitochondria never has such power. But Eve's mitochondria has gone through tremendous evolutionary changes. This is what I think happened to Eve's mitochondria. Normally, mitochondria require oxygen when they generate energy called ATP. So at this time, the mitochondria requests oxygen from the nucleus. Without the energy supply from the mitochondria, the nucleus cannot function. So in essence, the two organelles constantly rely on each other. But in this case, seems that Eve developed the power to reverse this symbiotic relationship.
Yeah, Eve is the antagonist that's making everybody bust.
Evolution or even mutation seems likely in this case.
Reversed the cycle.
Look at this. Even with a limited number of cells, her cells have this much power. Can you imagine how much power Eve has within her whole body?
Maeda,
Yes?
can you please test my cells?
Yes, of course, but...
I want to know. I want to know why I have the power to fight her. Aya's the only one not busting. So she's able to combat Eve. So it's like, you know, the mystery here is why doesn't Aya bust when everyone else busts at the sight of Eve? Busting mitochondria. Yeah. Wonder if there's a Death Note JRPG. That'd be sweet. You know, they just released like a Among Us clone based on Death Note. Have you seen that? Has anybody played that? Sounds pretty fun. I want to know where I stand with her. Aya. Please, Maeda. I need to know why.
Yes, of course.
Thanks, Maeda.
Could you step over here, please?
Bust a move.
I need your arm.
I wish I was good at puzzle games and rhythm games. Like this? Here.
Yes, yes. Ow. Let me just set this up here.
I feel like if getting into rhythm games would be a really fun hobby, but we tried to play one on stream, and it reminded me of why I don't play rhythm games, is because I get bored quickly. And also shmups, that's the other genre. Shmups and rhythm games would be so fun to be an enthusiast of, but they're hard. And I also just get like, I have really bad RPG brain poisoning. I need loot and leveling up. So it'd be, I wish there was like a rhythm game or a shmup that had more RPG elements. There might be a couple, but I haven't had a chance to look too closely.
I think you'd better see for yourself.
What is it? Is something wrong? We played this obscure Dreamcast rhythm game called Cool Cool Town that has an English patch. Really fun vibe to it. I really like the aesthetic, but I wasn't motivated enough to get good. There's a JRPG, can't remember the name, where the combat is rhythm based. Oh, really?
Do you realize what is happening? Your mitochondria are supplying more energy to the nuclei of your cells. It's almost as if they are protecting the nuclei from Eve's mitochondria.
Why does Aya's mitochondria have this kind of power?
I don't know, I just... Are you familiar with the Richard Dawkins theory of the selfish gene?
Oh my god, this guy's fucking yapping.
In simple terms, it states that
Is how you guys feel when I'm in my menus?
genes act in a manner of to preserve and ensure the survival of the species.
Hey man, I don't read those scientific journals. What are you trying to say?
Depends on how you look at it. You can say that Eve is trying to destroy all mitochondria except her own. In response to that, Aya's mitochondria has developed the power to rebel.
Why only Aya's? Shouldn't it be the same for us as well? We should also have that power based on...
That seems to follow the natural order of things, but I'm sorry, I don't know why.
Ooh, someone's here. Professor? Oh god, this guy again.
What are you doing in my lab? This is breaking and entering.
Why haven't you evacuated the city?
I'm asking the questions. Why are you people in my lab?
We're just... chilling? We received orders to evacuate this city. Professor, you really should...
I'll tell you, cops are the ones corrupting this fine city.
My voice acting is really limited. Maeda and this new doctor have the same voice.
I'm sorry. It was just my fault, you see. I asked them to bring me here. Who the hell are you? Oh, I'm Kunihiko Maeda, and I'm a scientist from Japan.
You were using my electronic microscope? How fucking dare you? Don't ever touch a man's microscope without his permission.
What is this? Where did you get this specimen?
Where did you get these cells? Those are...
I don't know.
Did you take me for a fool? With cells like these, they must affect the body's natural state.
Oh, shut up, I'll ask Officer Brea.
Your cells contain a tremendous amount of energy. Do you feel any bodily changes? You feel somewhat hot, no? Speak up, officer, I can't hear you. Have you lost consciousness any time recently? Hey! Hey, what the hell is this? Why is my boy's name here? Lorraine? Lorraine's on here too. Clamp, you tell me. Oh shit. Tell me, what's this list for? Tell me. Uh-oh. This is awkward. Let go of me.
I don't have to tell you anything.
What? Daniel, calm down. Daniel. Damn. One of them will bust any second now. I know, they gotta be careful.
Get out of here.
Oh man, he's pissed. Understandably so. Sorry to disturb you, but we do have to officially warn you of the evacuation. Please remember that. The doc got ragdolled on it. Yeah, he did. He got mogged. Officer Brea, do you enjoy having that barbarian for a partner? Hey, fuck you. That's my partner. And you got a weird list with his child's name and his wife's name on it?
Thank you. Bye.
I need a save point. It's getting pretty late. And I'm going on 3 hours.
It's too late now. It's too late to do anything now.
Going on 3 hours for a late start. We got started really late. Tomorrow I'll be online much earlier. I would like to do 2 streams tomorrow. We'll see. I'd like to play more of that Detective Conan game in the afternoon, and then stream more of this in the evening. And also, while we play this in the evening, I'm going to be watching UFC. So we'll be doing a watch party for UFC as well. Join the Discord if you haven't, and that's where you can find instructions for how to watch along when the time comes. I'll repost them. I know it's controversial, but I personally love emulators and the ability to use save states. Absolutely, me too. I love emulators. I can't really like play these older games on physical hardware because I need save states and fast forward. I need them. Damn him! One of these days. But I think I have some kind of like when streaming, I have some kind of OCD or paranoia about losing, so I feel like I need to stop at a save point when I stream, in addition to making a save state. Although last time we played this, I stopped with a save state. So, it varies. What was that list? Emulators are to movies what VCRs are to movies. True. Emulators are to games. You mean what VCRs are to movies? Yeah, definitely. Like VHS, watching VHS on a VCR is like definitely the same kind of that list was to see what organs will be rejected when transplanted. Why the hell are Ben and Lorraine on that list? It was a list of people with matching HLA types, so damn it, I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get back to the station and get in the... Oh damn, he's about to pull out the piece. No, you made a good point, Wolf, and you're absolutely right. Like, watching movies on a VCR is the same kind of satisfying as playing a game, like a retro game on original hardware, but not something I would want to do every time. What the hell happened here? Like, the nostalgia of it adds to the experience for sure, but it's also not, would never be my default. Eve? She's here? Oh, the police station's been ransacked. I'll go look around. You two stay here. Hell no! I'm not gonna sit around and wait for this thing to kill my family. Daniel! Oh, now he's the one running ahead. Wait, Aya. What's this? Good luck charm from Japan. Hamaya? We just got a good luck charm. Dude, you're wasting our inventory slots on that? We don't have enough for your lucky rabbit's foot. Oh, my controller. Dead cop on the ground. I'll just take some of his, just gonna take some of his, money. He's not gonna be needing this. Yeah, we'll just make a save state here. I mean, I think we're pretty close to a save point, but I don't feel like pushing through. Yeah, we'll pick up here next time, tomorrow. I really appreciate you guys hanging out so late. I was mentally preparing myself to stream alone. And so I was really very pleasantly surprised. Save state? Cheating? You know it, man. I'm so not a gamer in that sense. Like, I'll totally use guides, I'll totally use save states, save scum. I'm in for it all. Save state cheating. I think Dark Bulb is just being sarcastic, because that's like definitely a sentiment some people have. Yeah, some people have a old head way of thinking when it comes to save states. Every game you should be able to save wherever, pretty much. Yeah, I got you, Dark Bulb. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys. I'll be back tomorrow. Let me pull up the schedule. Hopefully back to normal schedule tomorrow. So like Conan around 5, Parasite Eve around 8, something like that. We'll see. Yeah, thanks again, everyone. Have a great weekend. I'll see you tomorrow.